full effect. Two of my tiers, my ramble 7, the true crime 7, 7 and 7 is 14. If you want both tiers together, I'm giving it to you at a discount price at $11. All videos have now been moved over to the new tier, so nobody's missing anything. And I actually moved all the videos in date order so you can watch it just how like everyone on my Patreon watched it as it came in. So everything in date order, everything is moved to the right tiers where it's supposed to be. So the link will be linked down below if you are interested in that. Second, Marilyn Monroe and Vince McMahon. Oh, that Vince, that WWE, good God. Oh my God. There is so much between Vince and Marilyn. There's so much. I refuse to leave anything out with Vince. I refuse, because this man is just... And then Marilyn, her life was such a mess. The conspiracy theories, there's just so much. So those two stories will be the last two deep dives I do for 2024, because those two are going to take me some time, and we're already halfway through November. So, but do not worry, 2025, we have a whole lot of people to talk about. Trust me, we will not run out. Alright, so on that note, let's just get to. So, up first, we lost our Candyman. Yes, we lost our Candyman. Tony Todd, best known for his title role in the Candyman horror film franchise, has passed away at his California home on November 6th, 2024, at the age of 69 from stomach cancer, as per Wikipedia. Now, other multiple outlets say he was battling from an underclosed form of cancer, so no one's even like saying what type. However, his wife Fatima told the Hollywood Reporter that he had died at home following a long illness. And so, we don't know, but he was battling something. He also played in movies like since you have been battling a long illness. So, that's that. Now, in Diddy news. Oh yeah, this man, the diddler, Diddy, whatever you want to call him. Now, a lot of people have been asking, why have I not been doing Diddy news? Well, that's because there's really nothing new to discuss. I mean, you know, the T channels are going ballistic, right? But as of now, a lot of it is just speculation. You know, a lot of people are just concluding their own ideas at who were at these parties, whatever, but nothing has really been, you know, proven. Diddy does not go to trial until May 2025. So I know people are talking about, you know, the Carters and Justin Bieber and, you know, just other celebrities in general. Again, there's no receipts for any of it, and until I get actual receipts, you know, I did speak about the new allegations, the minors allegedly, so we just have to see how that all plays out. But I do have a few things to report though. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how people got the audio, but they did. The diddler got a birthday surprise from his kids while in prison. Starts off, "Happy birthday, Pops. We love you." The diddler's eldest son, Justin Combs, captioned on Monday, November 4th, through a Instagram reel. The clip featured Justin, 30, and his siblings, Quincy, 33, Christian, 26, the twins, who are both 17, and Love, who is 23 months. Now he does have one other daughter who's 18 who was not present, but she appeared through FaceTime. The group sat around a red velvet cake. Oh yes, red velvet. They kicked off their call to the diddler, who, by the way, did turn 55, by having Love, the 23-month-old, start off the singing. After the group finished singing, baby Love blew out the candles and cake. Then the diddler then gushed about how thankful he was to have his family love and support. Y'all, if you heard this audio, it made me want to fucking throw up. Like, then he goes on to say, I love you so much. I can't wait to see y'all. I just want to say I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I really mean all of y'all. Let's back up to the why especially the girls, because maybe now the girls are probably getting it the roughest, because like, I'm proud of all of y'all for being strong, and thank you all for being on my side. Blah, 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 blah. I can't case from talking? Well, here's the thing. Why don't we start with your dumbass lawyer and your PR team, right? Because if I'm being honest, Diddy has a point. Because again, Diddy has this bodyguard that won't shut the fuck up. He is answering any questions. He is debunking the shit he sees on the T channels. Like, so I get it. But here's the thing. Diddy, you created this whole nonsense. Like, how dare you now want to wheel back? I can't. I so can't. And then they're also hoping by them bringing up cases like Diddy, high profile cases, to prove a point between them and Diddy. That's gonna be their new strategy. Basically, like, well, look at this case, they were worse off than Diddy, so why is Diddy still in jail? Yep, that's the first thing they're gonna try to do. In his new filing, allegedly, just in case no one heard me, allegedly, he's calling the government case thin-based on the evidence his lawyer says they received in discovery. So this lawyer keeps saying that they received some new evidence that no one else has seen, and this evidence can prove the diddler's innocence. Then he goes on to say, this part was special. Then he goes on to say that the diddler needs to be released on bail because the conditions at the MDC where he is being held just aren't adequate enough for him to prepare for trial. Well, damn it, how the hell did the other inmates do it? I'm just confused how nobody cared about any other inmate in there, whether they were guilty or innocent. Nobody cared about how it was for them to prep for trial, right? But now we should care about Diddy. Am I missing something? And quote, Mr. Combs' release on the Mr. Combs need to be released on the proposed condition is necessary so that he can review the discovery and prepare for trial. So again, there's this big discovery that Diddy has to look at, but he can't look at it in prison, and his lawyer can't do it for him. But there's this big discovery that he needs to get out of jail and deal with. Despite the MDC's best effort to facilitate the defense team's needs, the current arrangement makes trial preparation impossible, as evidenced by the recent multi-agency sweep of the facility and resulting in lockdown. So basically what all that means is that a couple of days before the lawyer filed this nonsense that the MDC was put on lockdown, there was a sweep done and there were drugs and weapons that were seized. But that had nothing to do with the diddler. And like any prison, if they find drugs or whatever, or contraband or whatever, yeah, everyone goes on lockdown. they want to throw it out. They're basically saying it has nothing to do with the freak-offs. This has nothing to do with the sex trafficking, allegedly, charges. Yeah. So they're basically saying that video should not be in evidence. It should be nowhere. But I think the one point that the lawyer is missing is the fact that, like, Diddy was like, Cassie's a liar and none of that happened, and then boom, we see it. You're busted, right? So it's like this monster thought he had enough power and money to hide everything, and then boom. So the lawyer stating the video is not evidence of a coerced freak-off, but rather a minute-long glimpse into a complex but decade-long consensual relationship between Mr. Combs and victim 1, aka Cassie. Additionally, the new evidence refutes the government's purpose at the initial hearing regarding a potential second alleged victim. And the new evidence, that discovery confirms that the government's obstruction and witness tampering allegations at the initial bail hearing lacked factual basis. So basically what the Diddler's lawyers are saying is that there's no second victim. There's no second sex trafficking victim. You lied. The government lied. The police lied. Allegedly. Another one of the Diddler's lawyers claim this is good. And they can actually prove this, allegedly, that Cassie in the spring of 2023 needed money to support her family. So she started writing a book about her relationship with the Diddler. Then had a lawyer contact his lawyers to see if he would buy the exclusive rights to it for $30 million. The Diddler's lawyer also claimed, allegedly, Cassie only filed a lawsuit claiming she was SA'd and sex trafficked after, the Diddler refused to pay up. And I think, as we all know what happened after that lawsuit. That lawsuit started the beginning and the end of Diddy's downfall. And so here's the thing, that saying that when people talk too much, you're just revealing a lot more, right? Because it just proves that you guys knew she was writing this book about what was happening. You're just admitting it, and you're admitting that Diddy knew about it, and then he did not want to pay. So even if she went ahead and sued, the shit that was in the book was still truth. Whether she wrote it, whether she gave him a chance, it don't matter. It's her story to tell. It happened to her for 10 goddamn years. So you're letting the world know that you knew this. You're letting the world know that, and King Combs the one too that like was talking too much and allegedly told us that the FBI got the wrong home. Wasn't that? Okay, I just can't, by the way, and I'm genuinely asking because what the did anyone catch that Ray J and Nicki Minaj live sometime last week? Not even like 2 weeks ago, around Halloween-ish. I didn't catch it, but I was watching it on one of the T channels. Actually, a lot of them are replaying the Ray J and Nicki Minaj live. And I have to be honest, I had no idea. I don't know. I have no idea what that like. I was trying to make sense, but when you have someone and then you have the other one, you get I don't know if it was a bad night for both of them, but yeah, I need someone to break that shit down. But Nicki Minaj confronts Ray J about his altercation with Diddy's sons at a Halloween party. Again, if anyone out there knows what the hell I'm talking about, please get the typing, because as much as I tried to follow that live, I just laughed and just logged off. What? All I know is I think our boy Chris Brown has grown up, because from my understanding, Chris Brown was the one that actually broke up this allegedly fight. So apparently Diddy's 3 sons, Christian, Justin, and Quincy, were upset about, again, Ray J has been, I guess, on his podcast channel, social media, he has basically been running his mouth and giving his thoughts about Diddy. And I guess the sons don't like it. Here's the thing, Diddy's sons, the whole world has an opinion, right? The whole world has an opinion, right? So for you 3 to sit there and actually think you can control everyone's opinions and their thoughts is crazy. It's crazy, right? But again, Ray J has said in regards to the whole Diddy situation, and I don't know, and it's clear that Ray J has been at some of these parties. I don't know. All I do know is that Diddy's sons wanted to whip Ray J's ass, and Ray J did not come like squad deep, but the sons definitely had like their friends, backup, bodyguards. They definitely came to beat his ass and to whoop his ass. So, but again, Chris Brown ended the whole altercation or whatever. So again, if anyone can decipher Nicki and Ray J's live, because something about Ray J has been trying to get Nicki Minaj's attention, then Nicki was like, well, you have it, what are you gonna do with it? I don't know. I don't know. By the way, did anyone hear about Diddy adopting a white little girl, and now no one has a clue where this white girl is at? Did anyone hear about this story? It's actually disturbing. There's a video of Diddy circulating around social media, supposedly adopting this white girl, and I keep saying white girl because he was emphasizing in the video that for a second, but damn it, Gyp has pissed me off. I cannot. Listen, there's a lot of nonsense that has been happening behind the scenes with Gypsy Rose, but this last one, Gyp, if you are trying to get my attention, you definitely got it. You absolutely got it. And I am about to go in. It's the audacity for me. Gyp, you've been too busy this year. You have been the busiest bee. I have never seen someone so busy from the time they got released from prison almost a year ago. Again, Gyp out here doing the most. Gyp got released from prison, book deals, TV reality shows. She got her nose done. She went from being married to getting back with the man she supposes as the love of her life. Her ex-fiance left her husband for the new man, and now she's pregnant. There's just a whole lot of Gyp has been busy. But let me go back to my notes, because I can see myself just I cannot okay. I am not on social media, right? As many of you know, I'm on YouTube a lot, yes, but not like, TikTok, Instagram, and I'm never going back on Facebook. Like, I'm done. I actually deleted. Like, I'm just done. I can't. I need a break. But I did see a lot of the T channels covering Gypsy's live. And once I saw it more than once, I could not keep quiet. Okay. Once I saw the story, I had to go send my nephew to go find this live for me, because I had to watch it from beginning to end. And of course he found it within 5 seconds. I think he found it off TikTok or something. I don't know. The audacity. Like, what is wrong with humans? What is wrong with you people? Let's just get to. So, real quickly, if you don't know, Gyp, aka Gypsy Rose, was married to a guy named Ryan. And let me make myself clear once again. I understand that Ryan might not be wrapped too tight. I get it. Some consider him creepy, but something, I don't know. But Gypsy left Ryan to go back to her ex-fiance, Ken, and is now pregnant with Ken's baby, as she is still married to Ryan. Now, this next part, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's true or not. So allegedly, I'm hearing that Ken has actually left the relationship. They're no longer together. I don't know, but I do know. When TMZ catches him out, I don't know, Ken never seems to be happy. He seems like he's miserable. It seems like he just wants to run. I don't know, but I also did hear that Gypsy gave Ken a promise ring, which, to be honest, a lot of people are making a big deal about it. I really don't see a problem with a female giving a man a promise ring. Or even if a woman wants to propose, if that's what you want to do, So, I don't know, but what sparked all of this? Well, it seems as if Ryan is no longer on the couch crying about Jip Jip. Because if you guys remember correctly, at one point, all he was doing was defending her at all cost. But the moment that he found out she was pregnant, it just, even like in the beginning of her announcement, Ryan was still trying to, I don't know, claim he misses her and she's a good person, and he was still trying to bat for her, right? But the fact that she's pregnant, by the way, I don't know if you guys knew this, but she did do a huge paternity test to prove that Ken's a baby. Now, I have two reactions to this. I don't know why you had to prove anything to anyone. But then again, on the flip side, with social media, many people don't even think she's pregnant, let alone if they do think she's pregnant, people believe that it's not Ken's baby. So I guess for her, she was trying to clear her name. Like, Jip Jip is doing all the wrong stuff, right? It's just fueling a lot of people and a lot of other assumptions. So she's not going the right way about this. But anyway, so yeah, she did a paternity test to prove that Ken is the baby. Ryan has been out and about having fun doing him as Jip Jip has been doing her. There was a video or a TikTok of Ryan out, him dancing with another woman. And I think he was like pretending to smack her ass. I don't even know, but she was dancing and Ryan was dancing like, I don't know. Listen, it doesn't even matter what Ryan was doing, right? Because Ryan is doing Ryan. There's also been talks about random people pulling Ryan to the side off the street, asking him to do TikToks to mimic Gypsy or to make fun of her or whatever, right? So Jip Jip hops on live and says the following. Honestly, I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say about this shit, because maybe it's me, maybe I'm tripping, because I was laughing the entire time. I was laughing. At first I was laughing and I kept saying, girl, bye, take several seats, go kick rocks with open toe shoes. Are you for real? The audacity. And then I just wanted to throw my iPad, right? So the live starts like this. Jip Jip is talking. I want to explain why I put the comment that I put on a video that I seen of Ryan dancing with another woman. Then she says, how do I put this? I want Ryan to move on. I don't talk about Ryan in my lives because I don't want to and I don't have to. I have lots of other things to talk about. So yesterday, when I came across this video for a couple of weeks, so yesterday when I came across this video, she paused for a second. She was like, for a few weeks now, Ryan has increasingly kind of gotten on my nerves. I mean, he was my husband. I can say that, okay? And we are still technically married. So I think it's completely normal for people to go back and forth with each other. And of course, a little tit for tat. she goes on to say, it wasn't even Ryan's video that kind of made me frustrated. It was society's view of the situation. I understand that sexism and favoritism towards men has been a thing for a long time. And it has. I can agree with that. It has. I just don't see how when a man does something, then it's praised. But when a woman does something, she gets slandered and slammed for it. I understand that I broke Ryan's heart. I left a marriage. I was not a good wife. I can admit to that. Can we pause for 1 second? I'm not really understanding where she's going with this. I have no idea so far what the purpose was of this live. Yes, men do get away with more than women do. That's a fact. There's definitely a lot of double standards in this world and in certain situations. However, I have no idea how and why she's connecting the two things. Chip Chip, you left your husband for your ex-fiance and then got pregnant right away, and you're not even fully divorced. So we can understand why people are mad at you, Chip Chip. But for the life of me, I have no idea why you think anyone in this planet should be mad at Ryan for going out and dancing with another woman. Wherever they were. I don't care if it was someone's basement, the street, a club, a bar. Yes, you guys are technically married, but you are legally separated. And whether it's the vocabulary, terminology, the point is you are still married and you out here doing gender reveals, paternity tests, giving sonograms, all this nonsense, and you're still married. But yet you mad and you want the world to be mad that Ryan is off the couch having fun. So the same way you were doing you and you weren't worried about Ryan, Ryan is doing him, not worried about you. And now you want to bring this, what was the motive? Let's continue. Then she goes on to say, I did file for divorce. I did go ahead and make the separation legal. And then we can. So basically she's saying, yeah, she wasn't a good wife. She wasn't this, she wasn't that. She was the one who filed. She is the one who separated, blah, blah, blah. Then she goes on to say, I'm happy in my life and I want Ryan to be happy. I do feel like all he does is talk about me in his live. what's going on behind the scenes, but between you talking about it, I mean, you were talking from the moment you were behind bars up to this moment, but you've been talking about Ryan talking about you, the reality show, hopping on lies with your family, your stepmother's talking out, your father's talking out, everyone's talking, everyone, and not one of your PR team told you and your friends to shut the up. Not a one. Not a one. But it kills me how people put their life on YouTube or social media and then get mad when people question it and then want to tell people to mind their business. You brought us into your business. Nobody asked. Nobody asked to be brought on this journey with you, Jip Jip. Not a one. None of us asked for it. And I just want to say too, I do find it weird that she's bitching about Ryan, talking about her, when she upped and just left him for another man. And even after the fact, he was still trying to be nice to Gypsy. He was still defending her. But I think, again, the moment that she became pregnant by another man, like the audacity, Ryan is hurt. Like the audacity of her saying, why is Ryan talking about me? But Ryan has to watch you walk around pregnant with another man. Again, it's just the audacity for me. But let's flip the script real quick, right? Like I mentioned before, I don't know if Gypsy and Ken are still together, but are we really out here believing that if Ken just upped and left Gypsy and the newborn baby, you don't think Gypsy would be on every news channel, every T channel, any person that has a camera and a mic? You really think that Gypsy would not be telling her story? Get out of here. So again, we're back to this double standard bullshit. Ryan is telling his story, but we all know that if Ken did you dirty, you would be on Dr. Phil tomorrow. Let's cut this shit. Let's cut. The manipulation is crazy. Let's continue. So she's talking about Ryan. Whatever little shots that he took, that was definitely a dagger to the heart. Go unnoticed, because I'm not going to put his business out there like that. I haven't so far. Well, here's the thing, Gypsy. I think you haven't done that so far because, Ryan probably has a lot more on you, and you're probably scared of starting that nonsense because that's a game you probably will not win. But all I have done is very minimal. She's now admitting that she's taking minimal shots to him, and he's done small shots to her. But to her, they're irritating. So the shots that she shot to Ryan are not irritating, but the little small shot that Ryan shot to her is irritating. I can't make this up. Then she goes, we irritate each other. We're exes. That is completely normal. I feel a lot of guilt for, breaking his heart, but at the same time, breakups happen every day. Divorces happen every day. It's not something exclusive to us. For the most part, I have been very classy. Yeah, I almost broke my iPad throwing it on the wall. Did she just say she has been classy? You know what? I might not have always been classy, did she really bring up a baby that's not his? Did she really? The only thing from my understanding that Ryan has ever said about the baby and the whole baby situation is for Ken to get off the couch and go get a job and stop living off Gyp's checks, right? That's all Ryan has said. He's never spoke bad about Gypsy or the pregnancy or the baby. So I'm not quite sure why she's bringing up, well, let's think about the baby. What about the baby? No one has spoken about the baby. No one is doing, what? Like what? The man was out having fun, minding his business. How you have reminded us of your fun with your belly, right? So Ryan does not have to concern himself with his ex is newborn by another man. Can somebody help me? I'm really struggling here. What? Let's continue. The grown thing for both of us to do is to stop this tit for tat. Oh, so now that Ryan irritated her, now it's that we have to stop for tit for tat. And once the divorce is final, we can go our separate ways. I'm happy in my life with Ken. We're expecting a baby. He can have a girlfriend. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm happy for him. I'm happy. Why do you keep repeating that you're happy for him? Why are you trying to convince us that you're happy for him? I'm not following. But for me, it's kind of like, don't sit there and then constantly be like, she's my wife, she's my wife. I can talk about her all I want. She's my wife, she's my wife, she's my wife. Well, look at that video. That's my husband. That's my husband. He's slapping some other girl's ass. That's my husband. We're still married. He's still married. I'm still married. What I'm saying is, it doesn't make it right. Okay. Let me get this straight, because I know some of y'all think I be tripping. Let me get this straight. She thinks Ryan is wrong because he moved on like you did and is out having fun. Am I missing something? What does that video have to do with the two? What has he done wrong? You completely moved. You're with another man, having another man's baby. Again, I'm missing the connection. What was the purpose of this live? So, you see, when I say the audacity of this nonsense, like, what was she trying to accomplish? I have nothing. Is it sympathy because she didn't get not one? I just don't get it. But let's continue. Because if you really didn't care, why are you doing this live to begin with? She continued to say that Ryan says he's moving on, but 2 days later he texts me that he misses me, and I know that part is part of the healing process. I feel like he's not really moving on and still uses my name for clout. So that's what I'm frustrated about. Is it though, Gyp? Or are you irritated that your little blanket, your comfort blanket, this is his story, and for you to try to rip it away from him, I don't understand. I don't get it. Then she goes on to say that Ryan went to sign the divorce papers. And my thing is, well, there you go. Maybe he signed the divorce papers and now he's showing on video to social media that he's free. Yay, could be that. I don't know. So, according to Jip Jip, they are waiting for a court date for the judge to finalize everything. Then she goes on to say, I want to be divorced just as much as he wants to be divorced. I want Ryan to be happy. I really do. Back to the happy. But I just want it to be genuine. And I need this fighting in a sense to stop. Like, please, please, please. Just can we please, please, please just think about my child for a second. And oh no, think about my child for a second in this and be grown about it. That's all I ask. Again, what does your child with another man have to do with this? He has not mentioned anything about the pregnancy. I'm not trying to come at you. I'm not trying to prevent you from healing or getting a girlfriend. I'm happy if you do. I have my happiness with Ken, and you have a happiness with someone that will love you the way you should be loved, because I know you have a good heart, and I'm hoping that you did not let me ruin that good part in your heart. And so when I say that she's a manipulator, I get okay. So I really, really wish the best for you if you're watching this. That being said, I'm going to be a mature adult about it. I hope you will too, and let's do the right thing and get divorced and then go on about our lives. Remember, there's a child involved. And the crazy thing about this is that you're mad that Ryan was out dancing with another female. But how do you think Ryan feels when you left him for your ex, got pregnant, and now he has to look all over social media with you and another man pregnant while you're still married? This whole thing was a manipulation. I have no idea what the purpose was. I have no idea what she was trying to accomplish. But let me know your